Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2022 general readings. We're looking at the first half of December from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for our beloved bulls, the earth sign of Taurus. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well, and for those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you all had a wonderful, lovely, safe, peaceful holiday as we continue to move through the rest of this holiday season. Thanks for being here. For those of you who like, share, subscribe, it's always a great pleasure. Thank you so much for that. So this reading is for Taurus for the first half of December 2022. If your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Taurus. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Taurian. It's a general reading, so of course it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your sign videos if you know them, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, because each one can bring in a little additional insight and perspective as well. If you do find that something does resonate with you enough that you'd like to maybe take a deeper look at it, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Personal readings do make great gifts and presents, and we are in the midst of the bulk of the gift-giving season. Let me just turn my phone off here. Sorry about that. Anyway, personal readings do make great gifts, especially during the holiday season. And once you purchase a reading, it's good for up to 6 months, so there's no rush to utilize it right away unless you want to. I do offer quite a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. And if you're interested in that, you can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link with this video. I would be delighted to hear from you. Okay, Taurus, let's see what the first half of December looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. Taurus. Taurus, we begin with the Two of Swords at a crossroads, perhaps feeling a bit stuck, reluctant and resistant to looking at something that might be right in front of you because you may have to make a decision or take a course of action you're avoiding. It's kind of my head stuck in the sand card often, because the card before this that precedes it is the Ace of Swords, which is that light bulb going off over your head, the epiphany, seeing something for what it really is. And then the Two of Swords here comes next. It's where you don't really want to look so much at that. Okay, you've got that information, but then what do you do now? Maybe you don't want to make a choice or a decision or take a certain path. So you're kind of blindfolding yourself. With that, we have the Six of Cups, a card commonly associated with history, people, places, situations you have some kind of historical connection with, childhood, family, roots of origin, stuck in the past, stuck by the past. Not willing to look at something in a different way where you might have to take action about it because you have some kind of historical or familial connection with this person, place, or situation. Next, we have Judgment, major life crossroads. A decision or a choice typically needs to be made with this card, but it's a pretty significant one, or the consequences will be significant, And typically there's an air of finality, an energy of finality around Judgment, meaning whatever you do choose to do, say, or enact or not, you're probably not going to be able to reverse it or change it afterwards, so think very carefully. This could be a potentially life path changing situation. I mean, Judgment is kind of like that time frame in like a courtroom drama where the defendant is called to speak for themselves, and it can make a huge difference one way or the other, right? Judgment is kind of that energy. With Judgment, we have the Five of Wands, conflict, stress, fighting about the same thing over and over and over again, petty drama, gossip, rumor mongering. But it's really nobody willing to back down. Everybody's kind of wanting to be right, have the last word, be the winner. Nobody wants to back down or compromise or negotiate. So there's conflict over this, decision, internal conflict, external conflict, and somebody being very resistant. It's either you or someone close to you. Next, we have the Ten of Wands. Now, in the tarot, tens represent cycle completion and cycle fulfillment, something coming full circle. So the Ten of Wands represents a very heavy burden that is at its end. This is a card of feeling, kind of overwhelmed. It's done. I need to lay this burden down. I can't do this anymore. Kind of energy. With the Magician, this card can be about manifesting, having everything you need, working long and hard to get to this place where you now have control over all of these elements and you can manifest whatever it is that you want by using your skills and resources and hard work to do so. Magicians also, what do magicians do? They create illusions for their audience, right? It may be that it may be that you're tired of this. You're tired of the illusion. You're tired of the work. You're tired of... this is obviously an ongoing situation here. You've got history connected with it. Perhaps people connected with a specific person. It may be that you've been, you're tired of the same old argument over and over and over again. You're tired of... it's quite clear that you're tired of something, whether it's everything that you're doing to keep things, it's like keeping things in the air, all of this stress, anxiety, worry, pressure to continue keeping things a certain way or keeping things looking a certain way or maintaining some kind of illusion and all the work that goes into doing that. And you're tired of it. And again, it feels like somebody's quite blind. Somebody's resistant here. Somebody's quite blind to something because of the connection they have. Again, an example might, let me see what's at the bottom of the deck for overall energy. You, Queen of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Queen of Coins is the Queen of Earth, and one of your lovely Earth qualities is your capability and your resourcefulness and your practicalness. This is somebody who's very hands-on, let me fix this, let me do this, let me, And again, it feels like, it might be a relationship where one person is like, no, if I just keep at this, if I just keep doing this, I know I can, even though it doesn't ever work out. It's kind of like pouring water into a glass which never gets full. Somebody wants to make a change, a different decision, a different choice here. Somebody may be saying to somebody else, don't do this thing. Because again, I'm feeling conflict. And while it might be internal, I'm feeling conflict between people. Let's clarify this a bit. Clarify Queen of Coins. And it might be you. It might be that you have this, this tie or this connection with this person, place, situation, combination of all of those things, and you're just like, I can't let this go. I can't stop what I'm doing. But it feels like you're in the end, you're not going to have much choice. Yeah, Seven of Wands. This is defensive energy. This is, trying to hang on to that which you've put a lot into. It's a card of defending and protecting or standing up for yourself or, being challenged and defending that. The next card is the Lovers. So it might be a relationship choice, a relationship at a crossroads. It might be that this is about the relationship itself, or it might be that in a relationship, the two of you perhaps are just working too hard to, live a certain kind of lifestyle or live a certain kind of lifestyle, or perhaps it's time to downsize, so that you can have some comfort or release of stress. Or again, it might be about the relationship itself. Well, we have all this time and effort, invested in this relationship, in this home, in our life, and kids, and whatever. So I can't. We've got to keep, again, it feels like I've got to keep this thing up, even though it might be tearing you apart, even though it's costing a lot of effort here. Clarify Two of Swords. Six of Wands, yeah. So, this is somebody who's kind of like, I know I can succeed. I know I can. Six of Wands is winning. It's succeeding. It's going off and fighting a battle and doing everything you can, and that's how you win and succeed. It's like, no, if I just keep doing this, I know I can succeed. It's got the same kind of energy. Clarify Six of Cups. Card of history and attachment. It's got the same kind of energy as, a gambling addiction. Oh, if I just play one more, well, I've got to recoup my losses. If I just keep doing, I know I'll win. If I just keep, The Chariot, yeah. This is a card of winning no matter what, staying very focused, ambitious on your goals. Getting run over 9 times doesn't matter. You get up that 10th time and you charge forward. But this is clarifying this historical connection. Yeah, it's like, it's either the family connection or the root connection, the home connection, or the length of time, a combination of all of those things that you have invested in this relationship, situation, a combination of those things. So you just feel like, it just feels like you just keep going blindly, trudging on, telling yourself that as long as you do that, somehow you'll win, or somehow it'll get better, or, Clarify Judgment and the Five of Wands. But Judgment is being at this crossroads, Taurus, where you're being called probably to do something different, to break some kind of cycle, or break some kind of, enabling or rescue habit. It might be you're, enabling your own bad habits by perpetuating them and continuing them, or it might be you're doing that with someone close to you. But there's definitely, okay, this has to change now, but there's a real lack of agreement, a lot of conflict on what that is or what that needs to be. Five of Wands and Two of Cups, more conflict. We've got the Five of Wands twice. Two of Cups is the traditional soulmate card, and you've got the Lover's card here too. So either this is a relationship and that's at a crossroads, and it's like maybe it's toxic or unhealthy, or again, it might be about the relationship itself, or it might be about another area of life that has a significant, profound effect on the relationship itself. Like as a couple, the two of you might be just fine, but there's something going on in your life, in your home, in your lifestyle, something that you or your partner is doing, or something they keep doing and they insist it'll work as long as they keep doing it. You're like, no, this isn't working. Or some kind of enabling thing where you're like, we have to stop doing this. We have to make a change. This has to stop. Whatever this toxicity is, it has to stop because, let's look at 10 of Wands next, because, just can't do it anymore. Can't keep this up. Six of Cups again. Definitely a strong attachment between you and the person, place, situation, combination of all of those things. 10 of Swords, surrendering to a painful ending. Yeah, it's like at the end here, although, this is probably an ongoing situation, as most situations are. We're only looking at a short period of time, but it's like somebody says, look, I can't do this anymore. I have to let go of this thing. I have to stop doing this thing. I have to let go of this thing. And by thing, I mean whatever it is, person, place, situation. or I have to let go of doing it this way because I can't do it anymore. Clarify the Magician. I'm tired of all the work it takes to maintain this, tired of all the work it takes to keep up some kind of illusion that everything's okay when it's not. It's exhausting. The Magician is clarified by the Magician. It takes a lot of effort for this Magician to keep up that illusion, right? It takes all of his lifetime's experience. He's constantly doing things behind the scene to keep up that illusion and distract his audience. That's what magicians do. That's part of what the Magician card represents. It's just, it's too hard to keep this up anymore. Yeah. Temperance just flipped out, which is a card of balance, of needing to, maintain balance. Again, there's a relationship central here, but for some of you, it may be about the relationship. For some of you, it may just be about an aspect of the relationship or some kind of pattern in your lifestyle that's negatively impacting the relationship. I mean, it's a general reading, so the specifics will vary, although the energy, the fundamental energy remains the same. Something definitely has to change because somebody is exhausted, right? They're like, I just can't do this anymore. I can't let the past, these ties, keep me in this unhealthy place. That's kind of what I'm seeing. All right, let's end with some advice, guidance, feedback for Taurus for the first half of December. Six of Pentacles, gift giving, gift receiving. The Hierophant. I feel like this is, Spirit is telling you to seek some kind of outside help or resources here. The Hierophant can be institutional energy, churches, organizations, state, government, law enforcement, universities, institutions. It's the tried and true path. I feel like Spirit is telling you to seek help or accept help from some kind of outside resource. Now, this is being a general reading, of course, this can mean a lot of different things. It could mean attorneys, legal advice, mediation. It could be your priest or pastor. It could be therapy, seeking help from a therapist. It could be seeking and getting some resources from some kind of town, city, state, service or, agency, something of that sort, depending on what the root of the situation is. Let's see what's next. The Devil and the Ten of Wands, that Ten of Wands again. This really points to how exhausted and at the end of their rope someone is. You or the other person, but it's likely you. And how unhealthy this situation has grown to be and needs to be broken, this unhealthy cycle. Of course, there's a strong element of temptation with the Devil, right? We have the Six of Cups twice. There's quite a strong tie between you and this person, place, situation, habit. It's obviously something you have a strong, history with, which makes it difficult to break. But Spirit is saying here, it needs to be broken. And the fact that it may be quite difficult is probably why Spirit is giving the advice to seek some kind of outside help and resources here, and I'm feeling that quite strongly. The nature of those resources is going to depend, depending on the specifics of your situation, where it needs to be, someplace in your community or something legal or therapy or, opening up to your closest friends, something like that. Because this is when you're going to need help for, Taurus. For yourself, in order to make changes, if nothing else. It may be that you're unable to change another person in this situation or affect a change in that way, but perhaps seeking some help, some guidance, perhaps some counseling or therapy yourself, or opening up to some trusted people would give you a handle on how you can make healthier choices for yourself, because at the end of the day, that's the only person we can really control or choose for, right? Okay. All right, Taurus, those are your messages for the first half of December. I hope you found them useful, validating, or at least gave you some food for thought. Again, if this resonates with you enough that you would like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the December mid-month readings. Stay safe and well until then, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.